but the fact that he broke them, and he said he was going to come out and fix them, and he didn't. He didn't know that. He knew that after he did that. After he poured it, I called him and let him know that.
So how does he fix it now that it's underneath the he has to reroute it, just evacuate it and
No, so I basically dug a hole on the side of the pad and kind of got up to against the pad and slightly under it, and then just put in like a little 2 little clamps and a.
No, you were able to fix it.
I was able to fix it. Yep.
Okay, so what are the results? Did it crack the concrete or sink it or what?
It didn't do anything. So
what do you want then?
So he was supposed to come out and fix the sprinkler lines, and he didn't.
Right.
The next thing is he didn't come out and clean the concrete off the side of the house and fence and all that. And it's not just like it's kind of stuck on. I mean, it takes off paint when you bring it out. When you
So right now we're not talking about the water anymore, but we are talking about the lack of cleanup.
Lack of cleanup and settling. So there's a separate water issue. First water issue was sprinkler line.
Right.
Second was it's not graded correctly, so the water doesn't drain off the top of it. It pools. Like on the rear pad, it drains into the garage, and it drains back towards the shed.
So you basically want this guy to redo it?
I do. So I had 2 contractors come out, and I didn't say anything. I said, here's what I'm looking at, and see what and they said it's not graded correct. It's not graded to where it can drain. It basically, so on our rear pad, the water just eventually has to evaporate because it'll just collect there.
I understand. So it has to be redone. He's probably not going to do it. He's probably broke. He probably doesn't have the money to do it. I mean, how did you find this guy?
I hesitate to say Craigslist.
Now, how much were you charged?
$2,700.
For how many square feet? How much a square foot were you charged?
I don't remember. I sent in the invoice, and I don't have it in front of me.
Well, how many square feet do you have?
Of concrete, I'm not sure. Like I said, it's on that invoice, and I don't have it in front of me.
Well, okay. Do you really believe this guy?
Yards or something.
Do you think this guy has the wherewithal to do it, to redo it?
I don't know. Heck, I don't even know if he's doing concrete anymore. You know what I mean?
So Bryce, we're here to solve problems, right? But one thing we can't do is the impossible. Right. So if you hire a guy from Craigslist, do you know his name?
I do. It's Jacone. This is Jakon, and it's Jacone Concrete.
Is that Jacone a last or first name?
I think it's his last name.
Do you know his first name?
I do. It's on the invoice, too. Like I said.
Where is the invoice, sir? Where is it?
I emailed it in.
You did email it to us?
I did.
I emailed
and a bunch of pictures and everything.
Hold on a sec.
I sent 3 emails, Tom. It should be in one of them.
Yeah, it's Jakon Concrete.
Jacone.
Or Jacone.
Right.
Jakon.
Got it.
$6 a square foot.
Okay, so it's not like you got a deal. It's, I mean, it's a little cheap.
Right.
Okay, so so did you call him back?
Yeah, I've called and texted and emailed.
Let's have Deputy Doc call him. I don't hold, and I see all the concrete splatter. It's terrible. I don't hold much hope.
Me neither.
I mean, if the purpose of this call is to warn others, that's good. We will try to call him. Hold on, you never know. This guy might be a nice guy. I want to fix it, but you say he's been ignoring you, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So Jacone Concrete. What we'd like to do is Deputy Doc's going in there. He'll be calling you. And what we'll do is we'll contact him and say, look, man, this is terrible. What are you going to do about it? Blah, blah, blah. And see if we can light a fire under that. But, Mark, this is no different than the hundreds of calls we get after the fact from Craigslist. Craigslist offers zero protection for anything. And I see where the water is pooling. But how else? Oh, he would have had to grade it down toward, man, the whole thing's a cluster. It really is. And did you ever, Bryce, let me ask you something. Did you check this guy out at all before you hired him?
We did a little. So we actually, Craigslist, and then a friend that used to work with him in the oil fields recommended him.
No, I'm not talking about that. Concrete. Did you call people that had concrete poured at their home?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay. Did you look? Did he have any online reviews?
No, he just sent me a bunch of pictures of jobs he had done, and it looked good, and he seemed like a good guy. And I'm unfortunately kind of old school kind of guy that does business with a handshake and trusted him, and just didn't.
Yeah. The handshake nowadays means a shake down. That's usually what it means. Hold on, we're going to call. Okay, Deputy Doc, you can talk to him right now. 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Now, Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor.
A stall on the left shoulder on southbound I-25 at 38th and Park Avenue. Looks like it's being moved out of the way. Southbound traffic just a bit slow from I-70. The rest of your highway drive around town in great shape. I-70 problem-free. 225, C470, the Boulder Turnpike, I-76 and 270 all looking good as well. Off freeway, there is a crash at Broadway and Iliff. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Clouds increasing this afternoon with snow showers starting in the overnight hours. Will drop down to about 20 overnight. 1 to 5 inches of accumulation possible with this storm and a high tomorrow of just 32. It's 45 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Make their home your getaway. As a token of their appreciation, the Broadmoor is extending exclusive rates to their Colorado neighbors for the months of January and February with their Colorado Appreciation Offer. It's all here, just a short drive away. Visit Broadmoor.com today.
Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. I can only say that in so many ways. And what it means is that you will get an ideal home loan for you, which means you pick whatever term you want. You decide if you want to take out cash or not. And then you decide when you want to close. And the bottom line is they're there to serve you with the best loan possible. If you want a pre-approval because you're out shopping, that'll be like a cash deal, meaning that the funds are set aside for you because it's approved. It's not just a pre-qualification. IdealHomeLoans.com. That's 303-867-7000. You can do everything online or by phone. You don't have to go in. IdealHomeLoans.com. And as I said, they are the only ones I know of that offer all of these things for borrowers. The interest rate guarantee, if rates go down, they refinance you free of charge, the pre-approval, the pick-your-own-term loan, and credit optimization. IdealHomeLoans.com. If you're looking for relief from pain, Colorado Pain Care. I can't say enough about these guys. They've gotten me out of pain, and they've helped me more than once. You know, sometimes it's you get out of pain and it's for good, then you get something else, an injury or something. Whatever it is, Colorado Pain Care has a new integrated clinic in Lakewood, by the way, combining all of their services at one location. It's really a great place near Alameda and Union. Details at coloradopaincare.com. Now, Colorado Pain Care also has a place in Denver, and they're there to help you whenever you're in pain, even same-day appointments. 303-GOT-PAIN.
Donnie here with Fitness Gallery.
Anything in Google I can't get to admin.
Never. Not one thing.
See if you can get it.
Okay.
There's never been a better time to buy. We have everything in the store on sale at pre-inflation pricing. You can save huge, up to 50% off, only while supplies last. Take advantage of up to 36 months, 0% financing.
Hi, it's Carl Mecklenburg, former Denver Broncos All-Pro linebacker and defensive captain. This is the place to come if you need a home gym. You'll use it every day. I use it. My wife uses it. Our son uses it.
How you guys doing? Rod Smith, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time Pro Bowler, Ring of Famer with the Denver Broncos. You got dumbbells, you got fitness equipment, you got treadmill, you got bikes, you got it in stock right now.
Okay.
My original fitness equipment came from a big box store. Filled the space, looked great, but it just wasn't functional. So you know what happened? Then we used. We have the best warranties. It's commercial-grade equipment made for your home. Visit one of our 6 convenient locations today or fitnessgallery.com.
You know, right now is the time to put your home to work for you. It really is, because all of that equity that you've built the past several years, it can now be accessed as cash to improve your financial condition. Whether it's paying off high interest debt or funding a home renovation, it doesn't matter. It's your money to use.
However you want to use it, all you need to do is call American Financing, Colorado's home.
Yeah, I'm in. Where do you go? I must totally just forget I've been in it so long.
Like me, man. We can offer you free mortgage reviews with no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. You're just going to have a simple conversation with one of my friends.
They have spots that I never fucking ran. They have it's so fucked up. I can't even believe the schedule they have there. It never happened. I mean,
you might close in as fast as
you got to go to your email.
Right now. Ask for one of my
Go to your email.
303-695-7000.
Your troubleshooter email.
303-695-7000 or online AmericanFinancing.net.
They're regulated by the Division of Real Estate. I wonder if I took you off by mistake. You know, sometimes I redo shit, and you might be off as an administrator, so let me just see. Hold on. What do you need to do?
Look at the email, so I got to add one.
Hold on. Let me just make sure you're on there. That could be it. That's why it's not showing up. Hold on. Let me just manage this. I don't know why. Well, you're on there. Hold on. Let me let me figure it out. Hold on. I got it. Your role says admin. Hold on. Ah, come on. God damn it. Okay, there you go. Let me edit that. And I see your admin. Hold on. Add commissions. Where's commissions?
If you're thinking about selling, or just curious what Orchard would pay for your home,
okay, you're okay.
Orchard.com.
You are an admin. Hold on.
You probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a diner. Why leave thousands on the table with your tax return?
That should do it. Hold
sure you don't. This year, there's
Look at
thousands of dollars worth of
that
new
should
tax
do it.
credits. Your Jackson Hewitt tax pro
What
will
about the message
track
we
down
check home?
every last one.
Yeah, an
So
answer
you get
machine.
your biggest refund
So, I'll keep trying.
Don't leave thousands on the table this year.
Mark, that you should be able to get in now.
In tax credits instead. Learn more
Refresh.
at JacksonHewitt.com.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6. Monday at 4. Looks like plenty of Coloradans across party lines supporting
Maybe I got to log out or something.
What other workers would you support going out on strike, if any? And con law expert Rob Nadelson joined me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255, realcbdthatworks.com. Don't forget, they have a formula for antiviral protection. It actually is shown to inhibit viral infiltration into your cells, into human cells. It was done by the University of Oregon, and you can read more about it at realcbdthatworks.com. And they're not saying it's a substitute for, treatment or vaccines, but it does work to thwart viruses. RealCBDThatWorks.com, plus a cosmetic line with CBD products. 303-713-TALK. So we've been learning a few things. First of all, it backfires when you sell a car, and that car has plates, and you leave the plates on there. You should never do that. As a result, you could end up in trouble or owing money on tolls or fines like that. Now, you might have to fight to get out of it, but why have the hassle to begin with? You do not have to ever have that when it comes to selling a car. You don't include your plate ever. And if they say, listen, man, I got to get to the DMV, in Colorado, people have 36 business hours. Now, I'm not sure what 36 business hours mean. Is that 9 to 5? What does it mean? But anyway, the law says business hours, 36 business hours. So maybe it doesn't include Saturday and Sunday. They can drive the car, but they have to have a certificate of transfer. A certificate of transfer is not a bill of sale. It's a special thing that they fill out. Now, a bill of sale wouldn't hurt. And then you can then drive 36 hours. I think it's Norris that first told us about that at SOS Inspections. He has a lot of useful information at usedcarcheckout.com. Now, we were talking about these concrete, the splatter, and how to clean it. This guy hired somebody off of Craigslist, and he did a terrible job on the concrete and was sloppy, and he broke a sprinkler line, never came back to fix it. This guy had to fix it. It's amazing he was able to dig down underneath the concrete to find it and fix it. That's amazing in and of itself. But then he can't get the concrete splatter off. You guys, Premier Window Cleaning and Pressure Washing. You do pressure washing. Are you ever called to clean stuff like that, splatter?
Yeah, we do a ton of construction cleanups and stuff.
Okay, which includes concrete splatter.
Yep.
How would you get concrete splatter off of those doors and off of the siding and stuff?
So it's all about the soaps and chemicals and stuff like that you use.
Do you use pressure washer?
Yeah, we use low PSI, so it's going to be the same thing with soft.
You do low PSI, but a lot of water.
Exactly. So, and then we kind of got to use abrasives and stuff like that to kind of get them off, and then once we get the concrete off, then we're going to approach getting the stain off, because that concrete will leave a stain behind.
And you can get the stain off with what? Special solution?
Soaps and stuff like that. Soaps, chemicals that we have.
This guy might want them to come out and do it. Where was he located? I didn't get his... Oh, Windsor. That's way the hell up there for that. But in any case, folks, they do construction cleanup, or they can clean that splatter. And Colorado, or Premier Window Cleaning and Pressure Washing, can be found at 303-564-5574. So, Deputy Doc, you were calling on, were you calling on the concrete guy?
I was.
What happened? Were you able to get through to him? Go ahead.
No, I left a message on his answering machine. So I will keep you posted if he gets back to me, and if he doesn't, I'll try calling him again tomorrow a couple of times.
Yeah. It's really important, folks, when you pick somebody, you need to check references. That doesn't mean you check to see names on a sheet of paper. You should actually call references who've had work done and check reviews online. Because without that stuff, you never know if you're hiring a clown or not. And you need to do a lot of reference checking. I mean, not a lot, but I mean at least 2 or 3. What I mean is, don't ever assume, well, since he provided references, they must be good. Now, this is really important. A guy took a 2001 Suzuki with 200,000 miles into a repair shop. Now, All Around Auto Care. Listen carefully. Did you get an address on them, by the way? All Around.
I did. Oh, no, I didn't get an address.
Okay. Anyway, All Around Auto Care. I'll give you the number in a second. He asked for them to fix the throttle positioning sensor and the ECM. They quoted him for diagnostic, which is fine. $300. They said they checked the car out. But now they're telling him he has major engine problems, including head gaskets and fuel injectors. He has a mechanic that said it was in good condition just a few weeks ago. But here is the real rub. Listen to this, and this is really important. All Around Auto refuses to let him take his car unless he pays them for the repairs. Can you imagine that? Thousands of dollars he has to pay to get his car fixed and get it out of there, or they won't let him have it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? I mean, imagine that. You take a car in and say, give me an estimate. And they say, oh, yeah, you need some fuel injectors and you need a head gasket. Oh, and by the way, you can't have your car back unless we do the work. And you say, I don't want the work done. I can't afford it. And they say, sorry, you don't get your car back. That's exactly what happened, according to him. And we called All Around Auto Care. They said, we're not going to talk about it. So we gave him an opportunity, Terry, over at All Around Auto Care, to come on the air.
Or off the air.
Or off the air to talk to us. And he refused. Now, again, he quoted $300 for diagnostics, but that's not good enough. Now he's holding the car hostage. He wants ransom to get the car back. And I'd like to know if the consumer has caught up with the guy. Did he call him back? Let's find out. because All Around Auto Care, I'm going to give you the number, Terry is holding the car hostage. What do you think about an auto shop that does that? I want your honest opinion. Maybe you can let him know what you think, and that you'll let other people know. All Around Auto Care and Scam.
I'll check with Cleveland after the show and give you a report tomorrow.
All right, 720-927-5443 is All Around Auto Scam Care. 720-927-5443. Talk to Terry, the owner, and ask him, why does he feel he has the right to hold a car hostage? All Around Auto Care, 720-927-5443. Why, Terry, can you hold a car hostage?
No. Well, Terry, I was bringing my car down there, but now that I know you got somebody else who's all hemmed up, I ain't coming.
Looks like it's being moved out of the way. Southbound traffic just a bit slow from I-70. Rest of your highway drive around town in great shape. I-70 problem-free. 225, C-470, the Boulder Turnpike, I-76, and 270 all looking good as well. Off the freeway, there is a crash at Broadway and Islet. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Clouds increasing this afternoon with snow showers starting in the overnight hours. Will drop down to about 20 overnight. 1 to 5 inches of accumulation possible with this storm, and a high tomorrow
do you use
32.
Do you log in using Talib to YouTube thing, or you use Help?
Discover thousands of dollars in new tax credits and your biggest refund guaranteed with Jackson Hewitt. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros to get a head start on your taxes. Go to JacksonHewitt.com to learn more and find a location near you.
Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. This is a place that I urge you to check out. They're good people.
Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies does exactly what they say they do. They help you plan for your retirement. And you can find them online. It's really easy. It's rpcenter.com, and it's rpcenter.com. It's a trusted team of a family-owned and operated business with more than 40 years of helping people with a comprehensive approach. They do more than just investments. They help you in every area, like taxes. They can help you with income taxes and property taxes. Social Security for optimum benefits on when to take it, and Medicare and supplements so you get the most out of that. And then they can help you with long-term care if you need it. It's a great place to start. And you know what? They'll meet with you and talk to you several times before they even start charging you for services to make sure you're comfortable. They can do it with video conference or by phone, or they'll visit you or you can visit them. It's all up to you. rpcenter.com. They are really good people with your benefit in mind. You need someone to really quarterback the whole retirement plan, no matter what you're doing. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. Core scans now can detect not only soft plaque, which can be a direct correlation to heart disease and stroke, but they can also find aneurysms in early stages. Think about that. Aneurysms are usually hidden killers. They're usually found by accident, or people drop dead and they find out they had one. In fact, it may have been brewing for years. You can get these core scans low cost, the most accurate low-cost diagnostic methods available. You can get them done in Denver or in Boulder. CORscans.com. CORscans.com. 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663. Public adjusters, Mark. Paragon is somebody we've dealt with for years.
Oh, man. These guys came out. I'm not kidding. Matt came out, got me $70,000 after my insurance company told me to pound sand. If you've been affected by these Boulder fires, $70,000 is nothing. Some of these total claims can be in the millions. You got to have someone on your side. You got to have Matt. You got to have Paragon Services. I want you to go to referrallist.com, and you can check them out. Just start typing in Paragon, but give him a call. He'll give you free advice right over the phone. Paragon Services on referrallist.com.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and
Navage. And should I try it? Here's the science.
You just haven't logged in forever, and I need one. I need it. We only have a 10 license, so I need to give someone else one right now. Okay.
Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean. It's not a like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthy.
I can't imagine doing
Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath & Walmart, or go to Navage.com for
that wouldn't be for me.
Over 2 million sold. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
But it works. It's your head clears, I don't know what.
Seriously?
Very much.
I never tried that stuff.
If you can stand it, and you've got congestion, you can blow your nose and run that saline through the air. Oh, wow. It is good.
Now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phones with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
22 F350. MSRP 78,000. Market adjustments 51,000.
You should go out and buy it.
Oh my
You gotta make some 50 grand lying around, don't you?
Holy shit!
It's ridiculous.
Cars right now,
got the gouge out.
you can't buy it. And if you trade in your used car, you get nothing. Well, no, you get a lot of money for it.
But then you have to pay another.
That's right. That's the whole point. You got it. It's like the housing market. You know, if you sell your house for $100,000 more than you bought it for, you have to buy in someone else's house that's going to cost you $100,000 more than it would have been 3 years ago. So it's an even trade. You're not making any money.
Truck's a $78,000 truck, brand new off the lot. They marked it at $51,000.
On top.
Yeah, they marked it up. Market adjustment, F350, 2022 F350.
Brand new though.
Brand new. MSRP is 78.
And what's the
market adjustment is an increase of 51,000.
Wow. So what, over 100 grand?
Yeah, it's $130,000 truck.
I thought you were saying the difference was between the 50 and 78.
Oh,
that's still crazy.
The market adjustment is plus 51,000.
Wait. For F-150?
F350.
Oh, to buy one.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Have you heard about the lack of trust syndrome? After numerous attempts to repair an item, the consumer loses faith and refuses to continue. That happens. How much does that happen with us? Does a consumer have a right to refuse to go back? Well, technically, they do, but only if the previous attempts were messed up so much it's considered unconscionable. That means that no reasonable person would ever give the contractor or mechanic another chance or another shot. Then that's the lack of trust. But if it happens just once or twice after some reasonable attempts and the consumer just says, forget it, now I want my money back, or I want this, or I want that, they may not get it. 303-7... Oh, I shouldn't give out the number because the show's almost over. I want to remind you that Tyler and Nick here with Premier Window Cleaning and Pressure Washing. The website's quite long, but it's easy to remember. PremierWindowCleaningDenver.org. PremierWindowCleaningDenver.org. 303-564-5574. Listen, there's something that just came up by email I want to warn you of, too, really quickly, okay? If you ever used your credit card to help someone pay a bill, maybe your daughter, your son, your nephew, it's possible that that card was saved for future payments. They do it sometimes automatically without you knowing it. Make sure that doesn't happen, because if they miss again, you could be dinged. That's it. Save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. Leland Conway is next on Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
It's a great time to replace that old furnace and air with a new